Help! 1, 2, 3, 4. Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone.
What to do, what to expect. They don't know what affordability rules are. They don't know when penalties may apply. They just don't know. People are going to be really confused. I tell you, I just see a huge train wreck coming down. And you and I have discussed this many times, and I don't see any results yet. I just see a huge train wreck.
Small Business Q&A, Premium Assistance Credit. Can I get help to pay for my health insurance premiums? Yes. Congress has provided an insurance subsidy in the form of a tax credit to help lower-income individuals and families pay for the cost of health insurance. The credit is computed using the number of individuals for whom the taxpayer is allowed an exemption deduction for the tax year. Modified adjusted gross income is also factored in when calculating the credit amount. Households at 100% of the federal poverty level get the highest amount. The credit is gradually reduced for higher incomes and is phased out for those above 400%. Those below the poverty level don't qualify, as they're eligible for Medicaid. The insurance must be purchased through the state or federal insurance exchange. The taxpayer, if married, must file a joint tax return, cannot be claimed as a dependent, cannot be eligible for Medicaid or Medicare, cannot be offered an employer-sponsored plan. Insurance through the exchanges will be effective January 1, 2014. Call your financial advisor for specific details and with any questions you may have.
Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act a lot. We've already seen polls that show more people support the law when it's referred to as the Affordable Care Act and not Obamacare. Yesterday, Jimmy Kimmel demonstrated that phenomenon entertainingly on the streets of L.A.
Which plan do you support, Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
The Affordable Care Act.
And what is it about Obamacare that you do not like?
I just think that there's a lot of holes in it, and it needs to be revamped. I think
hasn't been
thought out.
You think the Affordable Care Act is a better plan than Obamacare?
Better, but I'm not happy with that either.
What plan do you support, Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
The Affordable Care Act.
And why do you support that over Obamacare?
Do not like Obamacare. I don't like anything that has to be forced for everybody to buy. It's just not good.
Do you think Obamacare is socialist?
Yes, I do.
Do you think the Affordable Care Act is socialist?
No.
Do you believe that Obamacare will eventually lead to gun prohibition?
Yes.
Do you know that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing?
No, they're not.
Finally, just for the record, the New York Daily News wins for the grossest morning afternoon headline, summing it up, well, in their own way. I guess you can beat that, but it's hard to be grosser. Anyway, up next, a reminder that politics hasn't always been this way. You're watching Hardball, the place for politics.
Hi, everybody. Today is October 19th, 2013. Here's the Obamacare numbers for Ohio. 1.
The Affordable Care Act will be very expensive to the taxpayer. The overall cost of it by 2020 will be $1.63 trillion. That's almost a 17th of our debt. That's more than a 17th, actually.
Well, new numbers out from the Congressional Budget Office claim that the cost of the Affordable Care Act, often referred to as Obamacare, will actually be almost twice as much as lawmakers first claimed. So how could the numbers be that far off? Ben has the reality check.
Well, what we're talking about is the cost of implementing this federal health care bill from 2012 to 2021. The numbers the CBO reported just 1 year ago, vastly different than what they're reporting today. The new Congressional Budget Office projections show that President Obama's health care law will cost $1.76 trillion over 10 years, rather than the $940 billion originally advertised.
And we've had an ongoing discussion about health care. Both of us want to provide health care to all Americans. There's a slight difference, and her plan is a good one, but she mandates that everybody buy health care. She'd have the government force every individual to buy insurance, and I don't have such a mandate because I don't think the problem is that people don't want health insurance, it's that they can't afford it. So I focus more on lowering costs, and this is a modest difference, but it's one that she's tried to elevate, arguing that because I don't force people to buy health care that I'm not insuring everybody. Well, if things were that easy, I could mandate everybody buy a house, and that and that would solve the problem of homelessness. It doesn't.